Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to do hands-on with the Netflix dataset to analyze the real trends from over 6,000 titles and clean and visualize the data and build a machine learning model that predicts whether a title is a movie or a TV show and structure it like a real production ML pipeline. This is perfect for anyone building a portfolio or learning real world data science. So grab your tea or coffee, let's jump in. So we can find the dataset in Kaggle that is named as Netflix movies and TV shows. Just the data that we are considering is comma separated value file, that is a CSV file, and download it using here. And coming to our real time data structure or the project structure that we are going to build today is Netflix ML underscore project folder, which consists of the data folder where you can store all the data sets that are required for building your model. And the source folder is used for storing our Python files code, which includes data cleaning, feature engineering, model building, and evaluating the model as well. And the main.py file consists all the data or the pipelines, including importing the files that are required for data cleaning and the functions that are defined in these source folder files. And the requirements.txt file will give you the brief about the versions that the libraries that we are using in building this model. Now let's jump into the project. So this is our project structure that we are going to start, and this is the data that we are going to look at. So because it's a comma separated file, all the values here are separated by a comma delimiter. And next, jumping into the source file, the first thing we'll be doing is cleaning and loading the data. Here is our code for cleaning the data, where we start by building or loading the Netflix data and then immediately clean the data just like you do in the real world project. We'd convert this date added column into a proper date format and then filling the missing unknown values in the column country to unknown, and then remove the records of missing directors or cast, since those are important or key for our analysis later. Next, jumping on to our EDA and visualization part, the Matplotlib and Seaborn libraries are important. And then we'll be loading our data in this Jupyter notebook, and this doesn't include in our ML pipeline. It's just for our understanding and drawing insights, and further for feature selection, or which helps us to draw insights and gain some knowledge about how the data is distributed a long way. So we have loaded our data, and then our first plot is type of content, that there how many movies are there or TV shows are present in our Netflix data. And the clear answer is Netflix heavily leans towards movies. So this kind of insight can guide content planning and product recommendations. You can also have title by year. So we are converting the date, because the date added column is has a mixed format type with the string formats in it, and month year date format or date year month format, and we are ignoring all the errors that are caused by this particular column, and then extracting the year from the date added column and creating a new column named year added, and then grouping the year added columns and sorting the index based on highest number of movies or the titles that are added by the year, and then titling this plot and labeling the x-axis and y-axis and displaying our plot. So after extracting the data, we can check the Netflix growth over the time. Like we can see huge spike from 2016 to 2020, and likely it might be due to the global expansion, and then there is a dip in the post 2020. Possibly it might be due to the COVID impact on the production. So that is how we draw real time insights, and also tell stories to the non technical people or give reasons and find out why the data is being showing like this through visuals. Now let's figure out what are the top countries that Netflix content come from. Here we can see that the US leads and followed by India, UK, and Japan. So this kind of info helps Netflix plan regional strategies like which languages to prioritize for dubbing and all. Yeah. So next, ratings breakdown. This helps us to identify what kind of audience does Netflix target the most. So clearly, it seems that it leans towards the adult with the TV, MA, and R ratings, which are dominating. TV, MA to R ratings. If you're designing a parental control feature, this chart helps validate that decision. So this EDA and visualizing and drawing insights helps us build strategies that increases our profit or production, or selecting the regional strategies, or building how we think strategically. We can learn more further when we dive deeper into different kinds of data sets with different real-time examples. So next, let's build our next pipeline, which is feature engineering. Here we prep our data for machine learning, and we create new features like title length and duration of the film, and then we perform the one-hot encoding for the categorical variables like target variable type, which is in category form, and country and rating. And then we add this into our df underscore encoded data frame. Then we will drop all the null values that are present in our data set, keeping it clean and ready for our model. So this step is considered to be crucial because it transforms raw columns into machine friendly inputs. Next, now it's time for us to build our classifier. We'll import the random forest classifier, and we'll define a function which imports the random forest and fits our training label and the features into the model and returns the model. So why we are using random forest model? Because it's considered to be robust, interpretable, and great for quick classification techniques. Now the last step, but not the least, in our model building is evaluating the model. So let's test our model and print out a classification report. Like we'll be predicting by passing our test data to the model, and then printing the classification report. We will be passing the y test, that is the result or the target variable that's already with us, or already that is present in our data set, with the target variable or the output or the prediction variable that is generated by the model. So we are comparing this and generating our classification report. Now let's jump, finally putting everything together in a main.py file. This is our pipeline, which is clean, structured, and ready to plug in into an API, dashboard, or even a cloud deployment. So we will be importing all the packages or the files that we have created in the source folder, source.data cleaning, and importing the function that we have defined in that file, along with feature engineering and model evaluating, training the model, and we will be performing train and test split over here. So initially we'll be loading the data set, and then we pass our data set through feature engineering process. So while loading, we are cleaning our data as well, and then we will drop our target variable and separate our features and name it or store it in an X variable, and then store our target variable in Y variable. Now we'll be testing and training data split. We'll be doing training testing data split, where we divide 30% of data for testing and rest all for the training. Now we train our model by calling the train underscore model function, which is present in model underscore py, and then it's time to evaluate our model, where it prints the result of the classification report. So we don't need to it doesn't need for us to run all the files that are present in the source. It's just important for us to run the main file. Now let's go to the terminal and run the model using python main.py. So here is the classification report that it has printed, which gives you the accuracy and weighted accuracy, also F1 scores and precision. So this is the last time I've printed it 0.99, and I've printed it again because now it's showing 100%. So yeah, that's a full data science Netflix project, which is cleaned, visualized, modeled, and production ready. We didn't just plot charts, we thought like a product analyst also. We engineered features, trained models, and built reusable pipelines. If you found this helpful, hit like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what dataset you'd like to explore next. See you in the next video. Thank you.